Hey, welcome to Asset Channel. If you are my returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you. And if this is your first time, this is Asset Channel, a channel where information are being disseminated to people who want to travel from their countries of originality to enable them have a very smooth journey without throwing out their hard-earned money to these fraudulent people. So today I'm going to be talking about the news that was announced yesterday with regard to students, international students coming to Canada to study. So yesterday, the immigration minister did announce that starting from January 2024, international students will now be required to have a proof of fund up to 20,635 Canadian dollars. So what that means is this: you as a student that is coming to study in Canada, you will need to have 20,635 as a proof of fund. That's just you yourself. That does not include your family. If you have one, your spouse, your children, that does not include them. That is your own personal amount, proof of fund. If you listen to my previous video, if you've watched that video, you will see that the previous amount before now was 10,000. So you just needed 10,000 to prove as a proof of fund that you have that money to study in Canada. But now, whoop, it has gone from 10,000, that is, to 20. That's times 2 plus some fraction. 20,635 Canadian dollars. Yes, they did say that he did mention that now students can work for 30 hours per week instead of 20 hours, and that is only going to be till the end of April 2024. If I got him right. Yes, I think I got him right. So now the question is this: what do you want to come and study? How lucrative is that course you are coming to study? Have you done your research? Because $20,635, that is the estimate for your tuition fee. It is not inclusive for your proof of fund. It is not inclusive of those things that you are going to be spending extra. And if you have a family, you have to have extra depending on the amount or the amount, the number of people that you have in your family. How big your family is will determine the extra amount that will be added. So this brings me to asking you again, what do you want to study? Because most people want, because they have a degree in their countries of originality, they want to study masters. So do you really need that masters? You gotta pause and ask yourself that question. Do you need that masters? How lucrative is that masters? How soon will you be able to get a job? Because you don't want to pay that much and be looking for a job afterwards. Because here, like I said before, the landlords aren't smiling. It's not like some countries where you will tell your landlord, please, can you come back tomorrow? I don't have enough money to pay you. Here, you have to do a direct transfer. So this is not to discourage anybody from coming to study. No matter how much they raise this fee, those that will still come will still come. And those that it will be affordable to, it will still be affordable to them. But my candid advice, which you mustn't go by, but my candid advice to you is that try, instead of doing that master's, why don't you look for a lucrative certificate course? There are a lot of certificate courses that you can do here, and it will give you a job faster than some of those masters that you are coming to do. Like somebody coming to do masters in communication, masters in some other stuff, some other courses. I'm not trying to downgrade anybody's career, but what I'm saying is this: there are courses that are on Canada's shortage list. That's what they call how to find jobs, how to find skills. And most of those skills falls into health. So one of the major one that a lot of people who I have seen from what I have seen here, most people come here and they study CCA. CCA means continuing care assistant. So that is what is called in some provinces. Other provinces, they call them personal support worker. So these courses is just like once they graduate, they now become like nursing assistants, to make it a lot easier for some people who don't really understand what I'm saying. So basically what I'm talking about is there is this course, nursing aid or nursing assistant course. So it's only like the maximum 1 year you are done with this course. And from what I have seen, a lot of international students that came from their countries of origin to study that course, before you know it, most times the places where they go for placement retain them and give them work permits. They don't look for job. Plus, it's just 1 year. So instead of doing a master for 2 years, because most Canadian masters, they are for 2 years. Instead of doing a 2 year course where you will pay like times 2 of what you will pay for a 1 year course, times 4. Why did I say times 2? Times 4, because I remember when I was looking for school before I got my PR, when I was looking to come into school from the UK, I got a master's in the University of Toronto for 32,000. That was then. When I say then, that was like 2014. For 32,000, I'm sure by now it would have skyrocketed. It would have gone like really higher than it was then. 32,000. And then I got an offer in another school, that's University of Saskatchewan, for like 12,000. So that brings you to the question, where do I study? Which province do I study? It's a huge turnaround from 10,000 to 15,000 to $20,635. Well, food for thought. What do I really need that master's for? How soon will I get a job when I do that master's? Or should I just do this CCA, personal support worker course, and re-strategize once I'm settled? Put your comments in the comment section. What do you think? Which do you think is better? Doing a course for 2 years and paying like the PSW or the personal support worker, the PSW or personal support worker or CCA continuous care, most provinces is 17,500. Even if you go to provinces like Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Labrador, I'm sure it's going to be way cheaper, like 13 or 14 or 12,000. So I want you to put your comment, your thoughts on the comment section. And if you have any questions, any question with regard to this video, please do not hesitate to ask. And again, if there's any topic you want me to talk on, yes, please put it on the comment section, because it is not easy to get $20,635. Again, to some people it's very easy, but for those who it might not be easy for, this advice is for you. Please, in Canada, they don't really go after your PhD. They don't even go after your master's. No. In fact, if you are too qualified, some of them will tell you you are overqualified. Yes. For if I'm a manager and I have a diploma, why should I employ you that have a master's? You want to come and take my job from me? Yes, even some of us. I remember when I just came and before I did my licensing, I was looking for a job. I was putting on my qualifications. I was putting everything, putting on my qualifications. Nobody called me. Oh. It was one of my friends that told me that, stop putting your qualification, just put your school certificate. I said, really? That was quite different from the UK system. If you are a registered nurse from any country in the UK, and you apply for a care job, they will rush you. But in Ontario, when I came, I looked for and I looked for and I looked for all the hospitals I applied to. Nobody replied me. And because as at that time I wasn't like psychologically balanced, because relocation stress and all those stuff and some other life issues, I wasn't psychologically balanced to do my exam yet. I had to go and do a PSW course before I could get a good PSW work. So I'm talking from experience. I'm telling you from experience. They don't, you see, all those your big degrees, your PhD, your whatever that you will bring from another country. See that their 8 months course overpower your whatever you bring. They value that 8 months more than the 16 or 20 years you would have spent in schools. So please, I'm just telling you this so that you don't spend money when it's not necessary to be spent. Do not spend your money unnecessarily. What you want to do, reconsider that master's, reconsider that PhD, because you spend a lot of money that will be enough for you to do a lot of stuff. You will just be spending it for school fees. At the end of the day, you and the person that that just did a certificate course and you that did a master, is the same direction people are heading for. Is what you are looking for that person is also looking for. And that person might even get it before you. And the person spent less time, less money, less stress. So collect sense. So at this time, like I said, I don't want to take much of your time. If you have anything, drop in the comment section. Once again, I want to say thumbs up to all my returning subscribers. I want to say thank you for watching. If this is your first time, please do not keep this information. Do not hold this information. Share, like, and watch. Share, like, and watch. Support your girl, and put any topic there. With this, I say Good luck to all students who are aspiring to be, all those aspiring to be students in 2024. Please, if you don't need to do a master's, I strongly say do not do it. Good luck and thank you. Bye.